On this episode of the Carolina Sports Guy, we're going to do a preview and a prediction for Week 16. It's the Carolina Panthers' final home game, and we're facing those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Before we get into today's video, make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Pound that like button, hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos like this on the Panthers. Hey, folks, by all means, leave me some comments. I love the dialogue. All right, folks, Panthers are sitting around 5-9. I don't know what's going to stop us from being 5-10. But I will say this. Playing Tom Brady, I'm hoping our defense plays with the same relentless pressure that they put on Buffalo. Got to do it for the fans that do show up at Bank of America Stadium this week. Now, the negative thing is Tom Brady's coming off a 9-0 shutout. And when you shut out Tom Brady and they don't score, and you saw how pissed he was, New Orleans got his number. And I know he's going to want to punish the Panthers. He's going to want to put this team out of their misery, and he wants to go ahead and stake his claim, if not being the first seed, at least being the second seed in the playoffs. And it's going to be really tough. I don't care what weapons they've lost, and Chris Godwin or whatever. Tom Brady's going to do whatever he can to make sure they can etch a win out, and he's going to try to score some points. You know, that's the side of the ball that I think our defense can probably handle them, maybe not shut them out, but we can do some things. But I'm worried with Tampa Bay's defense. What the hell are we going to do with this pitiful offensive line? It seems like every time Cam Newton hike, it's less than 2 seconds, and he's saying, oh my, yikes. It's not giving time to throw the ball. You can't throw it deep if you don't have time. It's kind of hard to get your receivers in it right away. They're just pinning their ears back and coming. And poor Cam is just being throttled. And look, it's not just him. When P.J. Walker's in the game, he looks like a rag doll being thrown around. And is Sam Darnold going to come back in and play? Good God, I don't know. It's going to be pitiful to see if it does happen. Panthers have got a lot of issues with this offensive line and at quarterback. And I think we've really plundered and wasted the receivers that we have. And without CMC healthy, even the running backs we have, our offense is abysmal. And I think we're going to have a difficult time scoring. Now, the good thing is I do think we will score. But I just don't think we're going to keep pace with Tampa Bay this week. I am going to pick Tampa Bay to win this game in Charlotte, and I think they're going to win it convincingly. I'm going to say 24-13. That's an 11-point game. I just don't think Carolina can muster up a lot of offense. And I think Tampa Bay, after being shut out, will at least score in the 20s because, well, Tom Brady's not going to allow it any other way. The only key to success Carolina can do is very obvious, folks. You got to control the time of possession. To me, that's number one, even more important than turnovers. And number two is turnovers again. We've got to make sure we can limit it where we don't fumble the ball and have an interception and maybe try to pick Tom Brady off or get a fumble or two. And we've got to win the special teams battle. But we've got to do what we can do and send the home team with a win right here at Christmas. We've got to do something. But, folks, I'm just in fear that this team is being lost by the coaches and in the locker room. And I'm just hoping they're not packing it up too early. Because we do have fans. Every week we play, we're starting to look at a better draft pick all the time. But I'm sorry, folks, every week we play, when we're in the game, we're playing Buffalo, and the score was like, 14-6, or it looked like we might get the ball back and drive. I wanted to see us compete and play. When it was 0-0 in the first quarter and it was coming to the end of the first quarter before we got the second quarter, I was like, man, we can hang in there. I want our team to do well. Another win this would be grand in my opinion, regardless of what your draft status is. That doesn't always determine everything. We've got to find a way to turn this ship around. And I'm giving, like I said in another video, giving Matt Rule at least one more year to see what he can do. But my God, it's been a regression with this coaching staff from the first year to the second. And Phil Snow, man, you're bringing it some weeks and others you don't. But our offense is so abysmal. Matt Rule has got to start looking like he knows what he's doing, or Dave Tepper's going to give you a pink slip. All right, folks, what do you think of today's video? Do you think the Panthers have any chance of beating Tampa Bay? Do you think that we can basically come in and stop Tampa Bay from winning this game? Leave me some comments. I love the dialogue. Pound that like button. Hit that bell notification. Be notified of future videos like this on the Panthers. And by all means, folks, subscribe. Help Uncle Chucky out. It doesn't cost anything. I will see you on another episode of Carolina Sports Guy.